I don't think there's a more important. I don't think there's a bigger story in the Big Ten right now. Probably or college football. I think Ohio State's the biggest story right now, the biggest draw. Wait. Am I? Wait, you don't agree with me when I say this? You don't agree with me?
The arrogance in which you guys walk with is I shouldn't be surprised, but here I am.
Wait.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Scarlet and Blue Show, episode 72, I think it is. And we are on the precipice of the season starting, as today wrapped up Big Ten Media Days in Indianapolis. Can you feel it? It's getting closer.
It's very exciting. It's really cool seeing the coaches talk, star players of these teams talk, or very important players or guys that have been in programs for a long time. We get to see, I guess, somewhat what's been going on in practice, what's been going on in the program, the inside. You get to hear these coaches boast about their team, which I find to be really cool. You never know what you're gonna hear. You might get some funny quotes from Brett Bilma. Um, I mean, I think most coaches, they don't say too much, but I think they say enough to keep you interested.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look hard enough, you can find something in there. So yeah.
So Illinois, Northwestern, Ohio State, Purdue, Rutgers, Wisconsin were there on day one. How do you feel about being there on day one?
I don't think there's a more important. I don't think there's a bigger story in the Big Ten right now. Probably or college football. I think Ohio State's the biggest story right now, the biggest draw. Wait. Am I? Wait, you don't agree with me when I say this? You don't agree with me?
The arrogance in which you guys walk with is I shouldn't be surprised, but here I am.
Wait. So because wait. Let me ask you a question.
Guys, you can't make this up. I didn't tell him to say this. He said this. He said this on his own.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe Ohio State to be the biggest story right now in the Big Ten? Yes or no?
Real quick, before we get here, before we talk about this, I need to get a drink, evidently, because of this conversation. Go get yourselves what, Garrison? Stock to bar.
Hey, SDB.
SDB, smooth taste with a purpose. Donation of every donation. So let me start that all over. They donate a portion of every bottle sold to the Boys and Girls Club. So it's good cause. It's good vodka. Good cause. Get yours today at Stock to Bar. I gotta go drink mine before you go off on your tangent. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Would you agree that Ohio State has been the biggest conversation and the biggest story in the Big Ten, right? So
it's been amongst the biggest, yes, but not
okay
to say the
so
biggest.
Wait. No, the biggest. No, wait. Name a story that's just as big as Ohio State this year.
Oh, I don't know.
In the
Four
Big
teams
10.
from a major conference joining
No,
conference.
No, I would agree with you if people cared about UCLA. I would agree with you if USC was getting more conversation. They're not. Only
Washington
Oregon's,
just came off a national championship appearance. Oregon is
many people's talking about them.
People's pick to win it all. USC had a Heisman Trophy winner 2 years ago, and an
2 years
explosive
ago,
offense, hot coach.
Did you just say 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Listen,
there's excitement there.
Washington's gonna suck. UCLA is gonna suck. USC is gonna be good to maybe very good.
So you think that Ohio State's offseason is bigger, that them alone is bigger than four teams joining the Big Ten?
YouTube, help me out with this if you guys can. I bet you Ohio State has been anything with Ohio State football has been searched more than anything with those four schools combined. I guarantee you that. I would guarantee you that.
Yeah, you guys can do some research.
No, honestly, bro, when you go on YouTube or anything, you see more about Ohio State. You'll see more about Ohio State in the caption than you will. Let's talk about the four teams from the Pac-12 that joined the Big Ten. No one talks about them that much. They talk about Oregon. They might talk about USC. No one is talking about Washington or UCLA. Nobody.
Okay, well, first of all, yeah, your YouTube algorithm probably shows you a bunch of Ohio State stuff.
No, my algorithm shows me just football in general.
No, it doesn't.
shows me football, shows me Lord of the Rings, shows me a lot of things.
Yeah. That's a preposterous thing to say. Yeah. Okay. All right. So go ahead. So you you
I,
guys for day
I
one.
don't think that's I
I
don't
know
think
what to say
that's
to you.
I don't think that was that like just because I tell the truth doesn't make it arrogant.
Uh-huh. Iowa, Michigan State, Nebraska, Penn State, UCLA, USC on day
Hmm.
2, and then today Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Oregon, and Washington closed things out. You guys sent Denzel Burke, Emeka Ibuka, and Jack Sawyer over. Any takeaways from them and from Wonder Bread? What anything good that they said?
Um, I do love Denzel's quote. To say listen, I ain't come back with no BS. All right,
That's a good quote.
and he was going to be a second round pick at the worst last year, at the worst. So and he came back, and there's only a few reasons why you come back. It's not because you want to up your draft stock. His draft stock was pretty good and high already. Maybe for other guys that would be the case, but I really love that. I saw a lot of people try and I saw a lot of Michigan people try and spin with some of the Ohio State coaches saying like Woody Meckles talked about it doesn't matter if they have talent if they don't have the talent we do they don't have the talent per se and we do. No, like that's a fact, dude. It hasn't mattered. Talent hasn't mattered. It has not mattered over the last 3 years with Michigan. Would you agree? Like talent's
Uh,
not the issue.
yeah, no.
It's not the issue. And I mean, shoot, I have it right here. Uh, Ryan Day said this tonight or yesterday, or Wonder Bread, whatever you call him. He says it's going to take more than talent. He says we got to take on the non-talent issues to reach our goals. It's the same thing Emeka said, and honestly, it was honestly giving a lot of credit to you guys. That's how I was so confused on that. But I like that. Uh, Ryan Dace, I had a lot of notes from when I was watching it a few nights ago. Um, he said the word foundation a lot. And that has been a word of his that's been for the last 2 years, I would say. Um, this is his actual first class he ever recruited. Okay. Uh, this is I thought about this while he was talking. I think we're for especially year for Ohio State this year. I really do, and especially for these guys that came back: Denzel Burke, Jack Sawyer, JT. I mean, I tweeted about this earlier. Jalen Ballard. Jalen Ballard has barely gotten any playing time at Ohio State. When he was coming out of high school, he was one of the highest touted recruits in the nation at wide receiver. Comes to Ohio State, doesn't get any playing time. Guys are coming in every year to play wide receiver at Ohio State. He's getting jumped in the depth chart. Bryce, he's a senior this year. He stayed the course. We had that conversation about why I get upset when people say that Ohio State doesn't have a brotherhood or anything like that. The guys don't care about each other. It's things like that. You don't talk about. And so, no, I think Ryan Day is very confident. He said that. We know there's a lot of hype around the team, and I'm happy that he understands that. I'm happy that he expresses that they're not oblivious to it. And yeah. And
Yeah.
fun fact, Emeka Buka has his degree. Got it done in 3 years while playing Ohio wide receiver at Ohio State. That's impressive.
Well, they don't really do school there, but
One of the
good for
best
him.
what's the top 30 academic institution in the nation, public wise. We're talking about.
So yeah, I think to your point about Ryan Day and the pressure. Well, yeah, man. Do you see the new number that came out today? $20 million now. It's like the official number
Of what?
that Ohio State spent.
Oh, okay. That's not surprising.
Yeah,
We spent 13 total on the team.
yeah.
I
Woo.
mean,
So yeah, you got to win.
is that well, why is it that crazy? Wait. If you spend $13 at 13 million NIL, okay, you hired a new offensive coordinator who used to be a head coach is Chip Kelly, so he has cachet. Um, you probably paid what another 6 million for the transfers. I mean, it's not. I mean, okay, 20. Hey, broke boys, get your money up.
It's not like it's their budget. It's not like the
No, no,
standard
I'm not
yearly
saying it's. I'm
budget
not
with
saying it's
coaches'
about. I'm not.
salaries or anything like that. It's the money that they put into NIL, to recruiting, to the program. It's not just coaches' benefits here.
No, I'm not saying that, but I think NIL is people. I don't think people understand
It's
this. NIL.
players.
I
It's
don't think that's
players.
crazy. Bryce, I just told you we spent 13 mil on the team and probably around 6 to 7
Yep.
on
So
trend. It's 20. 20 is not a crazy number.
you
Yeah.
almost doubled it. I'm just saying.
Why?
I'm just saying that's
Why?
not a
Why?
bad
Why?
thing. But
Well, uh,
gotta win, man. Gotta get that
we get
ROI. Woo!
rookie of the year. No, like I said, I think if anything, we had to get there. That's the least you got to do. If you get there, I at that point, like I'll be disappointed if you lose. I won't
Yep.
be upset.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Yeah. Anything from day 2 that stood out? I got
What
one. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you about Sherrone Moore.
That was day 3. They saved the best for last. But there was a quote on day 2 that I thought was an interesting one.
What was it?
Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley
Mm,
basically said, "It's not
yep.
a huge deal. This isn't clickbait for everybody, but basically along the lines of no surprise, Big Ten would pick Ohio State, USC, and Michigan to kick things off in this new Big Ten era, given the size of the brands, teams, all that stuff." And I can't disagree with him. The guy
Yeah, I
has a
know
Heisman
it.
Trophy winner. He's got a couple actually.
A
Knows what
couple.
he's talking about.
He's also he's also 0 for in the playoffs.
What would you say to that? That some of the two biggest brands. Does that bother you?
No, because I already know it's not true. So I mean, if I already know it's not true, it's not gonna bother me.
There you go. Attaboy. Good answer.
Like,
Stay true.
no, we have more fans than both of you. We have the number one fan base in the world. What are you
We
talking
know
about in
why.
college
We
football?
we've gone over the math there. We know why. It's the seventh largest state in the union. Is the only major college football team in the state that loves football. Of course, you have the most fans. That just makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
Wait. Does LSU exist?
I think
I
Louisiana is like the 38th largest state.
so they do, but they're still the only primary
That
university.
matters. Look
No,
at the
it doesn't.
population between Louisiana and
No, and you're
Ohio. It's
taking away the
crazy.
fact. You're taking away the fact. Bryce, you're taking away the fact that a lot of people in Southern Ohio or Kentucky are actually Kentucky
No,
fans.
they're not. Stop. There's probably a portion of
Right?
them that
No,
are,
all right.
but
So
it's
wait,
not like there's
how
a
often do you
huge
go to wait?
blue slouch.
How many times have you been to Ohio in your life?
No, too many times. Oh, far too many times. My wife's family from Ohio.
Oh, that's why she's such a nice person.
Yeah, it's a problem. So Sherrone Moore was on
Mm-hmm.
today, and it's just weird not to see Harbs when on the same day the Chargers released a mic'd up video of Jim Harbaugh on opening day of training
Yep.
camp. So I miss him so much. I love him, but I love Sherrone Moore as well. A couple things just to notice. I think he said a lot of the usual stuff, like nothing changes this year. Everything's, the goals are still the goals.
Right.
It's national championship, and we gotta keep pounding, keep working off the foundation that we have. Not foundation, that was your word that he said, but keep working off of the program, the mentality, the brotherhood, the what's been built here. But he did say a couple things. Well, first of all, I think I noticed is he was jacked up during the press conference. I don't know if the initial
Mm-hmm.
on the
I
mic on the
watched it.
big stage, he was fired up. You could just tell. I don't know if he just took some pre-workout before that or what, but the dude was amped.
No, oh god, I stopped myself from a joke. I stopped myself.
Good, attaboy. I will say he did make one interesting comment. He made a couple, but one that he said that the staff has a more of an emphasis on recruiting. They asked him what's the difference between what Jim did And then what similarities, what the differences? And he did mention about recruiting. Thought that was interesting. So like so many questions. What was Jim's mentality on it?
Mm-hmm.
What's different now? I would assume it's probably some NIL. And he was also asked too about Ohio State spending 20 million, and his response was, "Well, we're just fine doing what we're doing," which I hear that and say, "Okay, there is money going out to these players. That's good." So I don't know. I don't know what you make of that. You're looking at me like you have something to say.
Somehow this got overlooked by a lot of your people in your fan base, and
A lot of our noble citizens.
if you want to call them noble, uh, I heard from a lot of different people. They said, he didn't say much. Just like Jim Harbaugh, quid pro quo, just down there said a bunch of
Hey,
nothing and walked
quid
out.
pro quo is not. I know what you're saying. That's not the right terminology. But go ahead.
I know. Right. So he said on the third day, he said that he was asked about the quarterbacks. He was asked about the quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, I have this on here too. Go ahead.
And he said when we feel like we've got the guy that can help us win, that's when he'll know who the quarterback is. I paused and I pressed that 10-second rewind on YouTube back. I said, no. He didn't just say that, did he? He didn't just say that.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that there's not a guy in your quarterback room right now that you believe can win you games. And
I don't take it as that. What are you talking?
I do. Okay,
Now you're
no, no,
making
no,
something
no.
out of nothing.
No. There's a difference between when a coach goes, no, we got guys in here competing. They're all playing very well. It's gonna be hard to make a decision, but we're all of that good
You're
stuff.
too indoctrinated by Ryan Day's nonsense coach speak.
I wish that was he was the only person I heard it from, but I've heard it from tens to hundreds, 100 coaches, Bryce, easily. So when that's been said plenty of times, and he says that, not to mention, Weiss goes, Alex Coach is one of the best 11 on the offense. We gotta give him the ball. We gotta give him the ball somehow. Wait. Pause. You gotta find a way to get him the ball. What do you mean? I find a way to get him the ball?
Yeah, that was the more revealing comment.
Y'all don't know. You guys don't know who your quarterback is. And you guys are afraid to play him. And I no, I'm going all the way on this one. I'm going all the way on this one, Bryce. I have talked.
So are you guys?
No, I think people talk about our quarterback rooms completely different. Actually, I don't think that. I know that people talk about Ohio State's and your guys' quarterback room completely differently. So, like when they talk about Ohio State's, yeah, there's Will Howard, you have Devin Brown who's at the prove stuff. There's a lot of talent in that room. Your quarterback room consists of a quarterback who is very athletic, but he can't throw it anywhere near accurate.
Will Howard, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Will Howard has won a Big 12 championship. That's what you always blow K for it. So I'm going to do the same for him. You blow him up all the time.
Alex Orji won a Big Ten championship.
No, as a starting quarterback, no. So then, when you have that, you're also talking about, Bryce, I'm talking about a guy throwing 49% in high school, okay? And he's only thrown one collegiate pass. So that's one of them. The other guy is Jack Tuttle, who is in a 7th year. That's all you need to know. You have what's his name? Starts with a W.
Warren Davis.
Warren Davis. I don't even think about the kid. I'm happy for him and all his and the recovery he made in his life.
Thank you.
But when it comes to football, no one's thinking about you. Then you have a true freshman who's talented, and we'll see what happens with him. It's too early to speak about him. So
okay, so let's go over your list. You have a quarterback who got benched at Kansas State.
He didn't get benched. Stop. Pause. See, if we're gonna do this, don't lie.
Okay, what's the narrative you want to go with?
Wait, no. You want the narrative or the truth? The truth of it is that he got hurt in a game. What happened the next game? Avery played. So did Will Howard still. The next week after that, Will Howard started the rest of the season. Go look at the past. Go, Bryce. Wait, do you understand that?
I saw it.
No, you call that bitching. You call if I get hurt and the next game you come in and start, but I still play, and then the game after that I start for the rest of the season. You call that getting benched? What do you like? Words have meanings. We can't just take them and switch them. We can't do that.
So the guy starting got hurt.
What would Will Howard start for you right now?
No.
Be honest. You don't think Will Howard will start there?
So you have Will Howard,
stop,
athletic quarterback. You have Will Howard, an athletic quarterback.
He was literally down to. He was going to go to USC before he came to Ohio State. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're.
Bryce,
you have Devin Brown.
Quarterbacks could play at Ohio State or USC. None of
you
them.
have Devin Brown, who's made of glass or tissue paper. I don't know. Can't seem to be healthy. You have Lincoln Keenholz, who's, I don't know, had his shot. Both guys had their shots to play, prove themselves. Both flopped massively. So I don't know we're getting excited about them.
Getting injured is flopping? What the hell are you
Devin,
talking about?
Devin Brown had every. Devin Brown had.
Stop, Bryce. He got injured in the game.
This.
That's
Devin Brown.
That's disgusting to say, Bryce. You can't say
Devin
that.
Brown had every opportunity to take the starting quarterback position away from Kyle McCord and never did. From Kyle McCord, he transferred to Syracuse.
Bryce, hold wait. Stop. That's a lot of guys on most teams in college football.
That's a lot of guys. We are.
Woo. No. Are we? Wait, is that not true? Is there usually a guy like Brett? If you are a sophomore, or if you're a sophomore and there's a freshman behind you, and as a sophomore you've only started one game because someone else got hurt. You've only started one game your whole career, and outside of that, you haven't really played. Yeah, you're going to be in a competition with the guy behind you. Half of your fan base is
asking for Kyle McCord to get benched, asking for Devin Brown to come in, and Devin Brown had every opportunity throughout the year to come in and take that and never did. From Kyle McCord, this isn't C.J. Stroud. This isn't Dwayne Haskins.
Kyle McCord. So now you're ishing on him right now because the
I like Kyle McCord.
All you Michigan fans do that all season. You guys shat on him all year, and then when he left, you was like, "Oh, I don't know, you guys let him go. Oh, he's so good." That's not true. He was a good quarterback, but he wasn't consistent.
I didn't say he was. I said Devin Brown couldn't beat him.
What, Bryce? It wasn't like. Kyle McCord was not playing to the point where he could just be passed up like that.
There was no one behind him to take his position. Yeah, no, of course. That's what I'm saying.
And you have to remember, and this is why I love being a Buckeye fan. I love the fact you're a Michigan fan because you may say you watch the games, but you don't really. You don't.
That's your thing. That's not true.
Wait. There were games when we literally put we started putting Devin Brown in the game once we got in the red zone. Why? Because we knew that he could get the ball in the end zone better and in more ways than Kyle could, which is one of the big reasons for some odd reason you Michigan fans not you, Bryce, not you, but a lot of Michigan fans.
Say what you just said there again. So Devin Brown could put the ball in the end zone better than Kyle McCord did. Okay, who's the starting quarterback? Kyle McCord.
Well, all right. In 2006. Who was the Florida Gators starting quarterback?
I don't know. Wait.
Chris Leak. You know what they did in the red zone, Bryce? They threw Tim Tebow in the game.
Chris Leak was a senior. Tim Tebow was a freshman. What are you talking about?
Wait. What does the year in class have to do with scheme? Stop it. Just stop.
Wasn't that Urban Meyer's second year? That was his second year, right?
That's the year they won the national title.
Yeah, but was that Meyer's second or third year?
Second, I don't know.
I think it was his second year.
That's not important to any of this, Bryce.
It is. It does. If you watch football, you would know this.
No. If you knew football, you would know this.
No.
If you're talking scheme, if you're talking just scheme, yeah, I'm angry because I'm trying to make this a football conversation. You're trying to switch the narratives. If you're talking about simply the scheme and how you're doing, you might have a quarterback who drive for drive might be better, but the problem is that he's limited. He can't do as much. And there's a guy in there who is able. Bryce, if Michigan were to do this in J.J. McCarthy's freshman year, you guys would have benefited highly from this. Listen. Last year, I don't believe Brown was better than Kyle. I think he has a higher ceiling than Kyle because he's able to do more things. He has a cannon for an arm. Will Howard, Devin Brown, Julian Sand, Aaron Noland, and even with
Freshman.
Keen Holtz, yeah, all of them together are better than the quarterback we went at Michigan. And this is a dumb conversation
It
because
is because you guys love your little star rankings
this isn't a
and
star ranking, Bryce. If
those
Julian
three guys at the top, what have they actually done that makes you think, oh, they are
stop,
so much better? It's nothing.
who says so much better? I said they are better quarterbacks than them. I said they're better. I said they're better. All right, hold on. You said what has he done, right? You said what has he done? You said what has he done, right?
Will Howard, yes.
Will Howard. He literally won the Big 12.
Oh, but isn't it the
Shocker, Bryce.
defense?
No,
Isn't the
no.
defense? Did JJ win the Big Ten last? JJ doesn't get any credit for that, though. Why does Will Howard get credit for that?
I would argue that Will Howard had better stats than him. Not he wasn't as like consistent. Probably wasn't as what do you call it? He doesn't throw it. He's not more accurate than or near JJ in accuracy. But
I
what
have a
he
question.
does, wait. What he does do is get 24 touchdowns passing and 9 to 10 rushing. That's what he does do.
Do you think anybody on your roster now is as good as JJ McCarthy?
Like it's going to be.
Sure.
I think we have guys on our team that are going to be better than him. I think Julian is saying it's going to be a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy.
Oh, I can't wait till he transfers.
Wait. Stop. Why is that so? Wait. Let me ask you a question.
I didn't say it was crazy. I'm just asking.
No, but your response.
Don't get all hot and bothered.
No, your response is, oh, okay. Well, what can't you wait for?
I just can't wait. I can. He's never played a real snap.
I can name 5. Before JJ McCarthy ever took a snap, people were gawking over him in the Michigan fan base. So I don't want to hear it.
No, see, now you're making
I'm not
things...
I'm not making things up. This is actually true. That's true.
Yeah. We're excited, but we were excited about him. But to say that just automatically and with this much confidence that he's going to be is crazy.
I knew Justin before I ever saw Justin Fields play in the Scarlet and Gray. I knew beforehand he was going to be better than a Terrell Pryor or a Troy Smith. I knew he was.
Will Julian Sames be better than Justin Fields?
I don't know. That's a high.
So you can say that. You can say that. Okay.
I don't know. Like you got to remember, there's a difference between. All right, JJ was a 5-star, but there is a slight difference from, let's say, him and Justin. Justin was number 1 or number 2, A1A or 1A 1B with Trevor Lawrence. Julian Sain was the number 1 quarterback out of his class. There's a difference between the quarterbacks we're talking about, and just because you're the number 1 in your class or in that position doesn't mean you're going to turn out to be Aaron Rodgers. But if we're basing it off what we know and their track and the track they can go on, yeah, I'm going to tell you, I believe Julian Sain is going to be better than JJ McCarthy. I don't think that's a crazy take because I think I think the only reason JJ McCarthy was drafted so high was because it was a weak quarterback class. So,
try that again.
I think it was a weak quarterback class compared to others.
I think didn't it go quarterback?
Just because it goes quarterback doesn't mean all 3 players are not. That means every single guy is like the man. I saw what's his name from Florida get drafted in the 1st round. He's trash. He is trash.
Anthony Richardson.
And everyone in Indianapolis is gonna find out he's trash.
I'm hearing other things, but all right.
Yeah, what I do know is that when he started the year before he got to the draft, the guy went 2.5 games without throwing a touchdown pass.
Got the makeup. I don't know.
Michigan, you got the makeup.
He's got the makeup. I guess
that's what they say. I don't know. Just because you're big, black, and athletic doesn't mean you're gonna be a.
No comment. I'm not gonna add that. I just want to say, Michigan fans, Garrison, you can listen if you want. Okay. Ohio State fans, you can turn it off if you want. But Michigan fans, I don't think I've ever seen a fan base needing, I've said this before on the show, needing this season to get started. Because it's been hell for them the last year. Shoot, the last 3 years. It's been good.
I wouldn't
like
call
that.
It hell.
Did you see the graphic under Ryan Day where it was 48-0 against teams not named Michigan? Yeah. That was the most impressive and disrespectful stat I've ever seen.
Listen,
And that
the
just
truth.
goes to show
If it's the truth, it's not disrespectful. If it's the truth.
I just haven't seen a fan base that's just so desperate for an off season to end and a season to begin. And it's
I think that
beautiful.
way Paul stopped. That was you last year. That was all of you last year. That is not true. That was you
Yeah, but not to
last
this
year.
extent though.
No, that will.
We just
I
beat
think.
you.
I think we have a lot of reason to be excited. That's why.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, but I would disagree that we were just like, oh, when you start the season, last season sucks. Like, yeah, we had a bad loss to TCU, but we beat you guys in the shoe for the first time in a decade. So we're pretty fired up about that. 2 decades. So
Yo,
I
I could imagine being you. That would suck. But
I just remember the national championship game in Houston. That's all I remember, brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, we're back.
I remember 2002 against Miami.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You were what, 10 years old? You don't remember that.
Right,
You
so
remember watching the videos later and the highlights
no,
later. You don't remember that.
Wait. So wait, I've literally told this story on here.
You probably remember watching the game with your dad at
No,
night, getting some
I literally
brats.
Bryce, we all remember watching Willis McGahee live, and Will Smith, whose son is on the team, but Will Smith Jr. But Will Smith made McGahee's leg turn to rubber. I remember watching that live.
I do remember that. That was shocking.
And I knew the game was secured after that.
But that was like a where were you type moment, because that was a disgusting thing on TV.
And then I remember, you know who led us in rushing that day?
Chris Campbell.
He played every snap, but Craig Krenzel did like 83 rushing yards.
That's right. That was back when your quarterbacks were just white and slow and bad.
He wasn't slow.
We got to go back to those.
Yeah, he wasn't slow. He was pretty.
We did kind of go back to those. Calvin Cord. That was okay.
We haven't had. I don't want to. This football is not a racial thing.
Not a point.
But
True.
we haven't had a white quarterback since Todd Beckman.
Garrison, who was your quarterback last year?
No, I'm talking about before him.
Oh, yeah.
And
Todd Beckman, good throwback.
But there's a difference between Todd Beckman and Calvin Cord. You know what it is? Todd still got to the national championship.
Kyle still got to the national championship?
Todd did. Todd Beckman got to that. Yeah.
Was that 06?
And 07. We lost back-to-back years in the championship. But that's actually crazy. And I was banking on Kyle because I was like, if the numbers, like, have you seen like whoever whether he Democrats or Republicans, whoever is head of the office, and see how Ohio State's Michigan's wins and losses. Yeah. Dude, listen,
that takes my vote, man.
I have no choice.
You have to. Yeah, that's a good point. You can't argue with the data.
But I say that in saying every time Ohio State in my lifetime had a white quarterback, we at least got to the national championship, and Kyle just had to ruin it.
That's true. That's true. CJ, yeah, CJ was there, but makes you wonder.
He got some melanin.
I like CJ.
By the way, before we head out,
I'll
let you finish. At lunch today, I was bored at work. Free-handed this. So I might just make you a block M.
No, that'd be nice. Thank you.
I might just make you one. It depends.
Connor Stallion's documentary coming out.
Yeah.
Here's my take. It's going to be a puff piece for Michigan. They're not going to make Michigan look bad. They're not going to make Harbaugh look bad.
I agree.
Nothing new is going to come out of this. I'm so excited for it.
I
have one other thing too, as we close. Do you have anything else?
I was gonna quickly add up to that.
Oh yeah, please.
I'm gonna watch it. Do I think it's gonna be the same thing as the Florida Gators one? I think there was so much that was left out of it.
Oh, that was criminal.
And I think what's good, what they're gonna do to your guys, Doc, is gonna be criminal. The kind of sentence that's gonna be criminal, and they are not gonna tell the truth and everything that happened while you guys were doing like cheating and it's
allegedly.
It's sad. Allegedly.
I'm seeing a lot of social media stuff now about the Saturday in the fall being the best. Turn on game day, pour a cup of coffee. It's cold. You put a sweatshirt on. I've been in Texas for the last 3 years. I forgot about this. I am so excited to get this back.
Football weather.
Football weather.
Oh,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
When do you think we should announce give the good news?
No, we'll wait on that.
We'll wait on that. Okay.
All right.
Not talking about you, Lord, but yeah.
Go blue.
OH.